Now let's see the details of velocity triangle. So we now have the concepts related to how the velocity and pressure are changing, which I explained in earlier video. So now we have more detailed velocity triangles. So the first important thing is the blade speed is constant. I have explained why it is constant in earlier video. All points on blade are at same diameter, at same distance away from the center. So we define the blade speed, which is pi d n by 60 and remains always constant. D over here is going to use as mean diameter. So that's also a constant. Then I said the flow velocity Vf remains constant. So we have Vf1 is equal to Vf2. These are ideal case where we have no frictional loss or energy loss are not there. V2, that is the velocity at the exit of the rotor, is going to be more than velocity at the inlet of rotor. So one represents anything which is before rotor blades and two represents anything which is after rotor blades. Beta 1 and beta 2. Betas are the angle with respect of relative velocity with respect to the vertical. Please remember, here we are defining the angles with respect to the vertical, that is perpendicular direction with respect to blade speed. Earlier we used to define with respect to the direction of blade speed. Here it's perpendicular to the blade speed. So beta 2 is less than beta 1. We'll see that in the velocity triangle in numerical also. The relative velocity Vr2 is less than Vr1. Because this is because of friction, the relative velocity reduces. If not, if the friction coefficient is not defined, we can directly assume Vr2 is equal to Vr1. But there is very crude assumption. If a friction coefficient K is given, the K is equal to, we write K is equal to Vr2 upon Vr1. That means K is less than 1. It will be something around 0.9, 0.95, and hence Vr2 will be 0.95 times Vr1. Now let's see what and how the things are going to contribute. The velocities are going to contribute to the gain in energy. So V2, we know that how the energy transfer, the whole head change in head is given as this expression. So V2 square minus V1 square by 2. This is going to be a positive. U2 square minus U1 square will be 0 because you are not going to change. The blade velocity are constant. The VR1 and VR2, since VR1 is greater than VR2, I have seen earlier, this is also going to be positive. So now these are the velocity triangles. You must note down this because these are the things which will be helpful to solve numericals. U looks like this. V1 is over here. VR1 relative velocity is here. We have defined angles with respect to perpendicular direction of U, and the direction perpendicular is where the flow velocity is or the axial velocity is. This is the inlet velocity triangle. This is the outlet velocity triangle, outlet from the rotor. So U is over here. The V2 has increased. Now remember, the V2 has increased. VR1 has, VR relative velocity has decreased, and hence alpha 2 is greater than alpha 1, while beta 2 is less than beta 1. So the alpha angle has increased, the beta angle has reduced, the absolute velocity has increased, the relative velocity has decreased. U remains the same, and Vf1 is equal to Vf2, ideal. So using trigonometry, we can write the first relation, U by Vf is equal to tan alpha 1 plus tan beta 2. You can use these two triangles to write that. And similarly, you can use these two triangles and write U by Vf is equal to tan beta 2 plus tan alpha 2. And when we add these two, we can we know that tan alpha 1 plus tan beta 2 is equal to this, and the same thing is equal to this. So we can write this relation, tan of alpha 1 plus tan beta 1 is equal to tan beta 2 plus tan alpha 2. And we can change the terms, bring alpha 2 over here, and like we can combine alpha terms and beta terms on one side, and we have the expression like this. So the larger angle minus smaller angle, the larger angle minus smaller angle. That's the rule. You must not remember anything else. These are the very simple things. Larger minus smaller will give me, and tans are increasing function in 0 to 90. So tan is going to increase from 0 to 90, and hence a larger angle means larger value. So this side is also positive, this side is also positive. That's how you can remember things. Now next we'll see the work done.